Hello, all you beautiful Aquarians. This is Maxine Taylor with your forecast for December 2024. Before I jump into that, I want to share something with you that many of you have been asking. Uh, Several people from around the country had said they wanted a workshop, an in-person workshop on interpreting the birth chart. And well, my dear friend, Dr. Arlene Diamco, um, who is a multi-dimension MD, she owns the School of Stillness. And she asked me if I would please do a workshop on how to interpret your birth chart um, for anybody who wants to attend, and will use your birth chart as the textbook. So it's going to be great. Um, and I said I would be honored. This workshop will be Saturday, December 14th from 10 till 4. And lunch is included, by the way. Um, it will be presented in the virtually and in person. So if you're interested, just use me as the go-between. I'll put you in touch with Arlene, of course. Go to my website and send me an email. Give me your contact information, and we'll talk, and I'll share everything with you. If you live outside of the the bounds of Marietta and Roswell, it might be that you do want to do it virtually. The seats, it's going to be a small group. So I'm just saying, if you're interested, hop on it. We'll talk. Okay, now let's talk about your gorgeous chart. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, Mercury is going to go direct on the 15th. That is the same day as the full moon. We have two major events, and I don't know how they're going to manifest in everybody's horoscope or in a country, a whole country of people. But when we have two things occurring on the same degree and same day, it's a good idea to pay attention. Well, Mercury, when it goes direct on the 15th, is going to go into the shadow. You remember the shadow. When Mercury is retrograde, everything is confused, as it is now. People are forgetting things. It's just your typical retrograde, meaning we are confused. Now, as if that were not all that we needed, Mars is going to go retrograde on the 6th. That's 5 days from today. They're in the shadow. It is in the shadow right now. And just as you would not start a new venture with Mercury retrograde, so you want to not start a new venture with Mars retrograde as well. Mars takes longer than Mercury to go where it wants to go. And so Mars won't finish its shadow, retro, shadow pattern until mid-April. And so don't start new projects if you can possibly help it. Now, if you're trying up the loose ends of unfinished projects, oh, that's a totally different story. Go for it. That's what you want to do. Okay, so let's just go around the circle. Jupiter, the greater benefic. Wherever it is, it blesses you. It's in your fifth house of fun, in your fifth house of children, um, and fun of all types. anything that's fun to you, sports, painting, skiing, whatever it is. Now you say, well, Jupiter's retrograde. Yeah, it is. But Jupiter is still working. It expands. And so you'll have more fun after a few more months when Jupiter goes direct. The fifth house, as I said, is children. Your pets are your children as well. And so you're not moving forward the way you might want to, but in a couple of months, you sure will. Okay. Mars. Mars, the planet of war, passion, sex, what you'll fight with and fight for. Okay, that's pretty much Mars. It's in your seventh house of relationships. And you're not afraid of going one-on-one with people in any event. With Mars in that seventh house, you're putting other people first. And that's good because they're putting themselves first. So it's all about them. Now, when I get to Venus, you'll see there's a balance. And so there may be unfinished business with a partner, whether business or personal. And they're saying, the stars are saying, get with the program. Go straight to the point with whoever and get it resolved. Can you do it while it's retrograde? I don't know, because when Mercury goes retrograde, you can't even form a sentence. When Mars goes retrograde, instead of being angry and, fighting and all that, it's like it went brain dead. It's just floating on the water. There's no fighting. It's not interested in fighting. It's not going to give you what you want. It's just, and you'll see it in commerce and industry more than anything. So, isn't this fascinating? So let's get to a place where they're not retrograde. Okay, this is Mercury having gone direct in the 11th house, which is your natural house, your natural habitat. The house is friends, group activities, humanitarian projects, impersonality. It's really great. It's your basic Aquarius. And so Mercury, having gone to when it goes direct after the 15th, has very good ideas that will help your friends, help the organizations you're involved in as well. The yellow planet is the sun. And what this does is it shines a light on your friends, on your sources, on your on what you it's on what organizations you want to give your light to. This is quite beautiful, and most people don't understand your motivation. Let that be okay with you. You are a humanitarian and you came here to teach us. Now, on the 21st, the sun dips into your 12th house and says, goodbye. I'm out of here. I just need to be alone. And that's the truth. Venus, the pink planet, is love. And you may have a relationship that you're pursuing that is nobody's business. Or you have a dream of the perfect love, the ideal love. Well, reality sometimes cannot keep up with our ideals, unfortunately. But you're needing your solitude until the 7th, when Venus moves onto your ascendant, into your first house, and you beautify yourself. You love yourself, and that's all she wrote. I love this. It's beautiful. So the new moon, once again, is on the 1st. We've already had it. That's today in 9.5 of Sagittarius. And this opens the door for the humanitarian within you to shine. And the energy starts moving on the new moon. 2 weeks later, the full moon sits in the 5th house on Jupiter, although it's a little wide, the orb is wide. On the 15th, the moon will be in 24 degrees of Gemini. And so you'll activate this, whether it's with a child, whether it's with performance at a concert, it's fun. Whether it's with a church, a clergyman, it is expansion. It's the 5th house of children. You may be expecting a new one in the family at some point, or want to be with one of your little baby relatives. Now, Jupiter's in the 5th, and the 5th house is also our child. It's our animal child, doggies, kittens, etc. And there's that full moon opening things up. 2 weeks later, let me get this straight here. The new moon is in the 12th house in 9.5 Capricorn. And you're saying, this is great. I just want my solitude. And you can thrive on solitude with this forecast. So, as always, your forecast is so unique and different to me. I love it. And I hope to see you in a month, maybe minus a day or so, so that we can go over your chart. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.